Right, so this is my research review for the first part of my website. So let's start with my similar product section. The first thing I started doing is looking at previous student work. Now, what did I learn from this? From looking at previous student work, we're very lucky that the last cohort that we had was a very strong cohort who produced really good music videos, so I had to look at quite a few of their websites. And so my main takeaways are pretty much what I should do and sort of what I shouldn't do, because I can see how the people were graded last year and therefore based off that can see what I should and shouldn't do. Also, it gives me a good guideline as to what expectations there are for me in order to achieve a good grade. And it also shows me what I shouldn't do to not achieve a good grade. So it's a good baseline for me to start and have a realistic picture of what this process is going to be like, and I think it's going to be very fun. So the next section, we're moving on to real music video analysis. Now, if you're creating music video, of course you have to look at real music videos, right? So that's a very important part. Of course, I'd seen music videos before. However, I hadn't really analyzed them in detail before, so I found this exercise quite useful, and I found myself doing it for quite a few more music videos, although I wouldn't sort of record that and put that on the website. Next, we moved on to real digipack analysis. I would say that in my generation, we are sort of moving past the age of CDs and digipacks. And so I haven't really come into contact with any before, so this was a very interesting exercise, and it really made me realize how attractive digipacks are, and how much I would enjoy making one using the photography skills that I acquired last year. So that I think that's really cool. And then I moved on to looking at band social media feeds. Of course, I do follow some bands on Instagram anyways, so I have seen these before, but after looking at them in detail, I now understand how I can build my band social media feed. So, most of this section is really just looking at real life examples and seeing or deciding how you're going to replicate that. And then finally, I looked at camera angles. We were taught a lot about camera angles for the exam topic last year, so I already had quite a lot of knowledge on this, but I did create a Prezi for that, just to compile all my knowledge into a Prezi so I can go and refer to that if I need. And it was very useful revision for me to do that. And then moving on to the next section of my research, which was genre. So I started off with the history of music videos. Now, to be candid, I definitely had no idea about the history of music videos before starting this project. So this was a very interesting look back at music videos and how they've evolved. So for example, the creation of MTV and how that sort of pushed the music video to where it is today. Without MTV, who knows where the music video would be? And so it's this sort of background knowledge that makes it all the more interesting. Next, I looked at music video theory. I looked mainly at Andrew Goodwin's music video theory. Now, what he said, all of it makes sense. And I think all of it is, I wouldn't want to say obvious, but is very coherent. So it would make sense for me to adhere to sort of the guidelines of that theory. However, I don't think you can use all the methods in that theory, which I cover sort of in that post anyways. But that gave me a good idea of how to structure and compile the techniques that I'll be using for my music video. After that, I looked at music video genres. Now, for this, it was quite enlightening for me, I guess, because I had previously thought that I had this image in my mind of the music video I was going to create, but after looking at rock, rap, and pop music videos, I decided that, I don't want to just do a traditional rap music video. I sort of want to combine elements from different genres of music video. But I did have a very clear image of what I wanted to do from the start. So actually looking at music video styles and music video techniques, that just helped me sort of hone my perspective on what type of music video I wanted to create. Next up, looking at institution, I looked at directors. So I looked at 2 rap music video directors, as I had already decided on the genre. And so I looked at Cole Bennett and I looked at Hype Williams. They're 2 well-known directors with very different styles. and I was familiar with both their work, but gaining more information on the background of both the directors and their creative process helps me sort of spark my interest in my own creative process. And after that, I looked at social media platforms, so different types of social media platforms. I was already familiar with them as, I am an active user of all of them. However, uh, I did do some detailed analysis on user base, engagement, age range of social media platforms, which I previously had no idea about. So that was very interesting and will help me to inform my later decisions on how to promote my music video. I then compiled a Google Doc of available equipment. Now, I'd done this once last year, but the media department has now upgraded with more new equipment such as the Canon 850D, and so all of that was included in the 360 cam and the drone and all of that new equipment, which I'm very excited to use and I will definitely incorporate into my music video. So overall, this was just setting up the foundations for my ideas for my music video, and the background info I need to create a successful music video.